Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Baby Jesky back with another video. And today might be the last video that I get here in this place. You know, not for good, obviously, but, you know, for a while. And basically, let me see, what I'm talking about is, I don't want to talk about me. It's not about me. It's about what's going on. And my bad, I'm a little slow this morning because I had a long ass night, a little tired. I'm barely waking up and I feel like I got other remedies to wake up, especially before I do videos. I try to prepare myself, but I'm like, you know what, let me just jump straight into it. And I'm here to talk about the school system, which is the biggest scam. It's the biggest scam ever. Like, it doesn't even work, but that's besides the point. That's besides it working or not. I just want you guys to understand basically how it started, why it started. I'm not gonna talk about who started it. I mean, you can kind of do your research on that. And where are you at in the situation on the school system? So it's not just school system, like what they teaching us, because that's one thing that it's on a small scale. Like what they teach us, yeah, it's like, it's kind of just making us like workers, preparing us to be workers. But try to think about how it started. So when it started was not even how it started, but like when it started, the idea was you're trying to control a certain amount of population, society, and it's gotten bigger, but I'm sure when it started, it was on a small level. So when it started, it's coming from a business approach because there's somebody on top of it, right? So what was life before the school system, right? Just free, or not free as in money, but way more free than this, you know? Way more free than this. It was way different. And you had, I want to say it was free as in you can kind of do different things. Like school wasn't even a topic. Let's think about it. Before it was a thing, you know how it is now. Everybody's like, oh, you need school. Like that's how deep we got. But let's go back to like how it started. Before it even started, like if it wasn't school, what did you need, right? And that's the question. You guys got to find that out. Like, I mean, that's up to you, what you want to do. But I just don't want you guys to get manipulated and think that you need it and think that life is only about the school way. That's one way. And we're so caught up and brainwashed that we need it. And obviously, they kind of put it in a way to where it's kind of hard to avoid. Obviously, if you have a kid or something, you want to, if you're hip to these type of things, if you have a kid, there's ways you can there's methods to do it. But like for the average citizen in America, you have to send your kid to school. I mean, if you don't got money for homeschool, whatever it is, right? I don't know how that works, but you got to send them to school. What happens if you don't do it? It's like they force you, right? So they got these laws now because it's a money thing. Like whoever invented like the society or whatever, and I think I'm getting to the bottom of it. I just don't know fully. And I need some of you guys' help, right? But whoever started this shit needed workers, needed people. Like it starts off with a small thing and then it just adds on. And that's where we is today. You know, now we got these laws so we're like, now they're forcing us to go to school. But for what? Yeah, they're gonna make us think that it's like, oh, kids need education and all that. Bro, there was no education back then. Like before education was a thing, how did people learn? There was even there's smart people back then as well. Actually, we're more dumber if anything. You know what I mean? We're advanced and we got all these cheat codes and shit like that, right? But don't make it seem like you need that to be smart. Like, you don't need that. That was placed here. And somebody else is teaching you, like school, It's somebody else's doctrine trying to just teach you, I guess, like the way of life and all that, bro. You learn a lot in school, right? So it's very detrimental and very important that like your kids are learning for their own, in their own way, and what's going on with their life. Everybody's learning school at the same time. They're learning the same things, the same subjects, you know, roughly. Like there's probably, like just say for example, there's like 50 subjects. You might can have a option where you can choose which one you want to do. But at the end of the day, there's still just like 50. And that's just an example, just saying, right? So just think about how it works. Whoever invented the school thing probably gotten so much money because you need school. Obviously, like the college and shit like that, you need money. Thousands. You're paying to them. And also, now that they got you and they got your money from it, now they can just teach you whatever they need to teach you, right? They're not teaching you, like, yeah, you can say there's money courses and all that, but, like, that's not what they want, because why would they have you as competition? Why would they give you an option? Say I was taking your money and I kind of controlled you in a way, in a sense, you know, you're kind of brainwashed. I'm on top of the world and you're just a regular human that just happens to grow up in my society that I made, right? If I wanted to make money, I need to take it from you, my citizens, and also, and I know it's fucked up, I'm not saying I would do it, but people do it. I need you to just make enough to pay it to me at the end of the day. And also, people start to wake up. If you were to wake up, I'll just be like, hey, I need to give them a little money, just enough to just get you by and just have like these little, what's it called? Your little cravings or whatever. Like you want a car, you want a better house, just a better looking house, you know. And I don't want you to be rich, because once you're rich, you would understand that if you got like, let's just get it out the way. Money is everything. If you got the money that you could pay anything with, like you buy anything you want, you'll then realize that nothing really else matters at the end of the day, because that's what we're revolving around, is the money. So if you know how to make that money, or if I know how to make that money already, who the fuck I'm gonna listen to? Like, honestly, because that's the goal of life, just power, what? So where you at in the situation is you're brainwashed without you knowing, and without you even having a defense. Like, you're the most conscious as a baby, and you get to think whatever you want to think, not what I want you to think, you know? And then that fun, the excitement, the creativity gets shattered once they go to school. And they've gotten to the point where they made society just brainwash and think that school is like very, very important, which it can be, but it doesn't mean you gotta go to their school to do it. Like, you can, bro, this is school. Being out here, being in your room is school. You have a phone nowadays, that's school. What, you gonna go back to a textbook? Like, I need a textbook to be successful or something? Like, you could test yourself. I test myself every single day. You test yourself every single day. And then when you get out of school, they got what? Homework. So now you're still caught up in their I don't know, like, I don't know these words I'm trying to say, bro, but like, it's like I said, I'm slow right now, so, and I just caught on to this last night, right? So I'm trying to articulate my words in a certain way, and this is the first time I kind of just built it all up and I just started saying it, right? Obviously. But dude, this is school. Like, I literally learn something every single day. I learn more here than in school. Like, say, like, bro, there's like, if there's 10 people here, we're all different. We all think different, and we all want something different. So why are we gonna learn just what you want to teach all of us to think the same? Like, you don't get how it's working. Like, you're designed to be a robot. Like, honestly, what do robots do? They have a plan on them when they build the fucking robots, and they execute the job. And who does the job benefit? People out there, just get it, bro. You should be to the point where you fed up and you don't want to take none of this shit. Because personally, if I was you guys, I wouldn't want people's beliefs on me. Like, obviously, I can take and pull what I want, but don't force me to believe how you think, you know? I'm supposed to, as a human, take it in. That's the beauty of it. I'm supposed to take it in. We're humans. Nobody, no species is like us, you know? They're close to being like us, but obviously we've dominated we dominated almost every like living organism, animal, whatever it is. We're the dominant ones. We're different, so we need to understand that we're like greater than what we are, you know? And it might not be greater. Like, if you need school, go ahead, go to school. But just know what's being done on you. I see it personally as a genius idea. Whoever invented it, genius. It was the smartest fucking play ever. Just for one person, I heard people paying like $100,000 for school or a class or whatever it is. Like, and imagine that. Like, say I'm the business, or say you're a business owner, right? And you own, like, whoever's getting paid for the school system, right? Say you're the person that the money comes to, because they got to go to somebody at the end of the day, right? However you want to say it. And they going to have these cover-ups saying, oh, the money goes here, goes there. Oh, it doesn't matter. It goes to somebody at the end of the day. Or somebody knows where it's going. And I'm pretty sure they can pull whatever they want from it, right? So say it's you, though. Say it's one class. Say there's 100 people all lined up right here. Just 100. Actually, just let's talk about the whole world. The whole country, right? Whatever. I'm only talking United States right now because that's where I'm at. Think about the country. Each one, say the cheapest is like $100,000 for classes, right? And that's for you to get your job and shit like that. And I don't know how many people there is in the United States. It's like they die and come or whatever. It's like so much people, right? But even just a million times $100,000, brother, making a fucking killing. So why wouldn't I make you think that you need school? Like, I would make you think that so I can get more rich, obviously. And obviously having that much money over time, years and years and years, the money building up, you invest in all these banks, you own banks now, and it's all fucking corrupted now. You telling me they can't make these laws to make you now force you? You know? I'm pretty sure there's a time and age where they didn't force people to go to school. Like, they're like, hey, it's great to go to school. And the only thing that sucks about like the best thing about humans is we're humans, and the worst thing about us is that we're humans at the end of the day. Because sometimes we follow people and we're just like, hey, it feels weird being the only wolf, especially nowadays. It's the hardest time to be a lone wolf, you know? So, to add another point after this, where do you move on from this is, honestly, you gotta get money, obviously, right? You gotta get money, and you gotta make money all type of ways, not just one way. Because then you're gonna just sell yourself short and think that you can't do certain things. Like, don't even let people in your life, like, just take some time off away from everybody, because they're all controlled. You're like one of the only ones that think that way, and it's very important that you do think this way. I know it feels lonely, but if you feel lonely, That's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing. So protect that, run with it, and just keep doing more and more and more and more. Try different shit and make more money, make more money, make more money. You just gotta look at life like somebody's trying to attack you, which they are. They're trying to attack you. At the end of the day, not attack you, take your money or whatever. Like, they're selling you short in a way, you know. You gotta look at it that way because it's actually what's going on. You can't tell me it's not going on. Anyways, once you do that, make a lot of money. Once you start making more and more money, you start kind of separating yourself from the people that's controlling, because now you get to close to their level, depending on who you're talking about. I'm not just talking about the schools, but if you're paying your bills, luckily it's still like that right now. Like, things could change and it can move fast and they could just force everybody to fucking do the school shit, or not even make it absolutely impossible to not make anybody rich except for the people that's already rich, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Now you're just gonna have to be fucking birth what's the word? Birthed? I don't know, you get born into a rich family and that's about it, right? So you won't need them anymore. You kind of get to that level as long as you're paying whatever you have to pay for. And then you're going to come on to like different problems, but it's good. And you just keep doing that. It's going to get easier and easier. That's why they say, like, once you make your first, like, million or something, just by example, it's easy to make the other millions, because now you're just on the road. You're kind of doing what you do. And the main two things is stay away from distractions. By distractions, I mean like people, because you got to understand they're not thinking the way you're thinking, right? And anything they say can also, based out of love or whatever it is, you got to see them as just a business approach at the end of the day. I'm using business because that's the way you can describe it, right? But obviously, like, if you're smart enough to block all the shit and you know what's going on, you could block it, and you're like, you know they're being biased because that's where their head is at, that's where they're thinking. So it's like they're wrong, but in their head, morally, they're not wrong, because they're just here, they got told this shit. It's not their fault at the end of the day. It's their fault that they don't want to change it, or it's their fault that they don't see it. But that's another thing, right? So that, no distractions. Look at everything very, like, observe every single thing, like things you buy, things that you have, like, just study yourself. I would say study yourself, like, realize the shit that you actually like what you like to buy, what you like spending money on, like, and look at it like, why am I buying it? Do I really like want it or something? Or I just gotten used to it to where I just buy it all the time? Or did they make it easy to where, like, they have a commercial and I see it, I buy it? So just look at it as, that's why I say a business approach, because you're only feeding them, the beast, right? So feed into yourself. Look at things that benefit you and buy that shit. Honestly, it's gonna take time, but at the end of the day, you're all you got. Everybody else will then go, either they'll pass, they would get married, and they'll move on at the end of the day. And the only person that's gonna stay around, like, you could lose everybody, you could lose everything. The only person that you got is yourself. The only thing you got is yourself and God, obviously. So you're gonna have these fucking you're gonna have these, like, even when I make these videos, I'm aware that there's gonna be distractions. There's gonna be comments saying, like, this very discouraging. Well, the approach is the way I receive it should make a normal person just get discouraged, which I'm not discouraged, because I can see it and I'm like, dude, I've been at that level. I can't go back to that. I know where they're coming from. It's like, I've been there too. That's why I say you just gotta be yourself, be outside. Just try things, bro. Like, get out your comfort zone. What are you scared of? Like, what are you scared of? The most scariest thing is just being controlled every fucking year of your life here. Like, it's, come on, bro. I know you don't want to do that. We weren't born to do that. You could take all this behind me, scratch it. The only thing that was here was obviously us. Maybe not this fancy clothes or whatever. These trees, grass, water, but not pool. You know what I mean? And that's fine. We need to understand that those are the things that matter first. Survival. Obviously not getting fucked around. We're relying on these cops. You know, obviously cops are great. I'm not disrespecting cops, and I love all the great cops that's doing their thing. But I'm talking about, like, for these bullshit ass little laws. Like, there's a reason behind that, and there's money going around. When these laws getting passed, there's money made, you know. And that's fine. I don't hate the people that's making the money off of, like, shit like that has kind of control. Cause obviously it makes sense. If I was in their shoes, who knows? You probably would do the same thing. Or at least it would come up, it would come in your mind and you'll think about it at the end of the day. Right? So they're humans too. So you understand, like I said, the worst thing about humans is we're humans. And the best thing about humans is that we're humans, you know? So just look at it, like, just see every fucking angle of things, observe things. That's why it's no time to just worry about sports, drinking, going to bars, picking up chicks, like, whatever, bro. Like, gives a fuck about it. That's little, bro. There's, like, bigger things going on out here, bro. Way bigger things. And that's just America. Imagine, like, there's, like, other countries, and, dude, it's too much going on, and you need to be informed by that. School is not teaching us nothing. I graduated, didn't learn shit, obviously. And I would say mainly because I wasn't interested. Imagine you're a fucking baby and you're happy as fuck. I was a fucking golden baby when I was young. Now I'm like fucking different. Like, I'm way different. I'm weird, borderline weird, what they would call me, right? And I got to school. It's just like, it just ruined me, like, you know. And you're a kid at the time, so it's like you're getting forced these things. It's not really you. Like, you is just you. Just be. Don't even just be free. Just be, right? And I don't know. Make your own school, man. Like, don't create your own school. Like I said, you could just do your own research, do your own homework, try out different shit. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you keep going. You don't stop until you die. Once you die, that's it. All right, that's fine. Wasn't supposed to be here that long anyways. How long has the earth been around? Way before you, and probably way after you. Who knows? Or maybe maybe the earth is just made for you. You don't know that, right? And I hate not knowing things. And you should hate not knowing things. This society is like, everybody don't know shit because we're not there. Well, it's not your fault, it's not my fault. We're just all trained a certain way, and it's eating up all their time to even fucking explore. Like, you only get the fucking weekends to go do something. And then depending what city, like, there's only a few things to do, right? You know, there's some things that are just, the coolest thing to do is just go clubbing. I'm in Houston. The coolest thing to do is go clubbing on the weekends. What the fuck can I learn from there? Those are all brainwashed people. Like, do you think, I just look at people from the scenario I'm in. I go to a club. You think I want to be like anybody there? Like, those people drink. They got alcohol problems, you know, whether they want to say it or not, or whether they make it look cool or not. You can't run from it. They got alcohol problems. It is what it is. People that do go to the gym or whatever, they're only there to flex. And if they stay there too long, eventually that shit's gonna be gone. How many times you heard stories like your granddad or your dad, like, hey man, I used to be fit, this and that, and they was going to clubs all the time. And then, you know, they put on the size or whatever, they lost all that shit, got married, and, you know, they just followed one system. And it's deeper than just school, but that's one of the main ingredients to this whole madness, is the school system. It's an easy way that if I made the school, it's an easy way where I can get you, and I'm forcing you to do it. And you're a kid from 7 years old, you're most conscious. So whatever you learn at a young age, that shit like can stay on forever. Like I picked on music when I was like, I don't even know, I was like probably like 5 or 4. Dude, that shit has never left me. So it's important, bro, that you don't fucking, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just thankful, like, the way I am. Everybody's different. I always want more. Always wanted more help me out to find out these things. Always wanted more made me lose things that I needed to lose, like people. And now I just look at people, I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I don't belong. I'm just here. If I gotta make business, it is what it is. I make my business and I get going. I got things to do. There's not enough time in the day. And that's it. That's it for this video. That's all I got to talk about. Like I said, really take this video in and fucking take a shroom or some shit. Take a microdose and pick up what I'm saying. You know, all this is fake. Nothing matters. The job don't matter. Well, it does matter, but it don't matter at the end of the day. Like, if you were to actually think about it and you didn't have all these restrictions on you or these responsibilities, honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you were homeless and you're a good person, you're still going to heaven. You know that, right? So just think about that. Like I said, I kind of made it hard to explain, especially like in the beginning. I was just waking up. I was in a fucking bad morning, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, until next time, new album dropping January 2nd. Be there. Yeah.